Hey everyone, today I'm going to help add some clarity to the ending of The Predator, and no doubt there will be spoilers ahead. So with that said, here we go. The Predators are an alien species equipped with powerful weapons and other various futuristic high-tech equipment, who use interstellar travel in order to get themselves to other planets in search of different species, so that they can hunt them for sport, with the overall goal of collecting trophies. In the beginning of The Predator, Casey Brackett is brought into Stargazer's laboratory, where they are holding some of the equipment and armor of the Predators, as well as holding a living, breathing, passed out Predator on a table in the middle of the room. And a name wasn't really given to it in the film, so we'll just call this one Fugitive Predator since the other Predators were chasing after it. And during Brackett's examination of the Fugitive Predator, she discusses the alien's DNA with Traeger and the other scientists. The alien in front of her has human DNA, and they want to know where it came from, first assuming that some human had a pretty interesting lust-filled night with one of these ugly mofos. Yet later in the film, Traeger mentions that the Predators have come to Earth in the past, and he was pretty cool, calm, and collected when it came to sending his men into the woods to chase after a crashed alien spaceship. With this, we can safely assume that the other movies still exist in the Predators timeline. So in previous Predator films, humans have managed to find ways to fight against and successfully kill the Predators. And Predators have always been collecting trophies for sport, but now are apparently collecting trophies for evolution, traveling around the galaxy, collecting DNA from the most dangerous creatures and merging it with their own DNA. They have a decent amount of history with humans in the past, and although they are more superior when it comes to combat, they must have thought we were a pretty worthy opponent and wanted to collect our DNA to improve themselves. So the trophies were just a way for the Predators to, in a sense, upgrade themselves. Traeger mentions that the reason the Predators have been coming to Earth now more than ever is because they believe the human race will all die out in a few more generations, and they are just trying to collect the best DNA they can from the humans before our extinction, which is why the bigger Predator decides to take Rory towards the end of the film, since Rory was pretty darn intelligent, as he figured out the alien language as well as how to use their technology, and the fact that his dad was such a worthy opponent. And we see the outcome of this DNA collecting, which was the much bigger, taller, and scarier Predator. This bigger Predator was sent to Earth to track down and kill the Fugitive Predator. The Fugitive Predator wakes up in Stargazer's lab at the beginning of the film and starts to attack everything in the room that's trying to kill it or hurt it. Yet it just walks past Brackett when she is completely naked and vulnerable to an attack. In previous films, a predator doesn't kill its prey if it doesn't pose a threat. The predator is killing for sport, so it wants to earn its kills. In the Predator, something very similar occurs. The Fugitive Predator is only killing to get out of the room, and the same reason it walked past Brackett is because she was not a threat at all. Except Fugitive Predator's mission wasn't to hunt. It wasn't trying to kill the best human, which is why he told the other soldiers to lower their guns when standing on top of the RV. That way he wouldn't have to hurt anyone. The Predator dogs must have been some other form of the Predator's DNA blended with the DNA of dogs. Most people were puzzled as to why one of the Predator dogs was so nice to the humans after the fight, but you have to understand, dogs are man's best friend, and they evolved to be that way over time. And these Predator dogs are part Earth dog, so they could be more empathetic towards humans. So just like the Predator dog, the Fugitive Predator has a soft spot for humans as well, possibly because it is now part human, and wanting to help us fight against the other much more evolved predators. And maybe these new advanced predators are not respecting the sacred hunt in their culture, as they are just killing everything in their sight. In the end, Quinn McKenna walks into a lab containing an escape pod that was dropped from the alien ship before crashing, saying that the intent of the package was supposed to be a gift to us from the Fugitive. Rory is apparently smart enough to be working in a highly advanced secret government lab and deciphers the Predator's language on the computer. He says that the gift is something named Predator Killer, and in that moment, we all get flashbacks to Alien vs. Predator, and thinking they are going to release a xenomorph into the world to really murder us all, but that wasn't the case. It was an actual gift, a gift of Predator armor, named Predator Killer, which is armor that can morph around the human body, and this armor looks like a new upgraded version of every kind of Predator armor we've ever seen. The suit now has 2 cannons on each shoulder, and instead of just one laser that comes out of the helmet or firearm, the suit is given multiple lasers to lock onto way more targets. All of this comes out of the same kind of brace that Rory was wearing on his wrist earlier in the film. We are introduced to a much bigger and superior predator that could easily destroy the kind of predators we feared in the previous films. The bigger predator appeared almost unstoppable until dozens of soldiers set it on fire, repeatedly stabbed it in the face, shot at it 5 million times, used the alien ship's shields to cut its arm off, and then used its own weapon on that arm to blow it up. So it did take a little bit to kill this newly evolved Predator. Upon discovery of Predator Killer, Quinn heroically says, "That's my new suit," showing us that the aliens are getting stronger and evolving, but so are we. And hopefully that added some clarity to the ending of The Predator. And if you like this video and love anything sci-fi, please subscribe to support this channel. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next Ending Explained video.